Hey, what's going on? Different kind of hustler talk today. How do you make your dreams come true? There's a lot of talk about dreams. And I was doing some crunches this morning because I'm trying to get rid of this belly. And I found this. This is something I was a part of in 2001. Let's see if we can get that up there. I think we can. Let's see. There we go. You might be able to see that in there. But years ago, in 2001, I started writing before then. This was my second attempt to get into the writing game. And a wonderful gentleman by the name of Memphis Vaughn, because I was a member of this writing group, and he was like, hey, why don't you put some of that stuff that you put in the group here? And that was written probably 1998. So that's a part of the dream. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh shit, he really did want to be a writer. Oh my God, that was so wrong. But they won't say it publicly. They'll just keep doing what they're doing. And it's really interesting how when you have a dream, it's not really put in the proper context. It really isn't. I mean, when you are trying to do that thing, many people have these whims and hopes and desires that aren't really dreams. They're really not. They're just a want or a whim. We're going to really chop this up in a minute because I'm going to share some with you. If you like the content of this channel, and you should, go below the video and there's everything that I offer. And let me just say this right now. And the day is the 25th of August. In less than 24 hours, one of the best deals I've ever put out in life is going to go away. I'm just saying, because this is a wonderful thing. Because if you want to be part of the Hustler Mindset Life Skills course, of otherwise known as hustlerskungfu.com, you're going to have to make that move soon. Because everything you see here, you get plus a lot more. Now, let's just jump into this. Let's get rid of that. What is a dream? What is a dream? You have this urge to do something, but without the proper context, without the proper caretaking, it's just a whim or a want. Because this was a good attempt, but I really didn't understand. If you have a dream, it has shape, it has texture, it has context. It doesn't just, oh, I want to do. If you've got this thing that you've been calling a dream for 10 years and you've done actually no work, made no goals, and you just keep saying it at parties or at holiday get-togethers because it sounds so good, it's a whim, boo-boo. It's a whim. But when you really force yourself, push yourself to be accountable, dreams can happen. Then this is the realization of that dream. And I'm going to tell you what made this happen and why this was sputtering. And not to say that, you know, this anthology was sputtering. It's just my efforts were sputtering. I had no container for my dreams. It was just out there. Just, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I want to be a writer. It sounded good, but at least I was writing. I will give myself that kind of credit. At least I was writing consistently. But I didn't have a container. I didn't have a compass. I didn't have direction. So the first thing, if you've got a dream, has definition. Definition includes a timetable. Definition includes guidelines. Definition includes accountability. If those things aren't present, then you don't have a dream. You're just talking to talk. You're just putting yourself out there. Because I see this, and I'm not a member of the passion movement. Follow your passion. and the money will come. I don't believe in that. I think that some people had skill sets that they followed and money came, but everyone, let's talk about, do you even have a passion? If someone woke you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like, wake up. What is your passion? I'm like, I don't know. It's really not. And then the thing is, YouTube is a passion of mine now, but in the beginning, I hated this shit. I'm learning that many people just can't do it. They have issues with it. They're afraid of being mocked. They're going to be talked about. These things are going to happen. Therefore, they will not do a YouTube channel. They will not. People who could do very well, but they're just afraid, terrified, just thinking many, many bad things are going to happen. I mean, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you are going to launch your dream into reality, build something sustainable, build something durable, you're going to have to be something. You have to do something. If there's no action with your dream, you're bullshitting yourself. You're just bullshitting yourself. The universe is like pointing and laughing. It's like, I see what you're doing, and it's bullshit. Now let's talk about the reality of dreams. They're hard. They're terrifying. They're scary. And even when you accomplish them, they still require responsibility and caretaking. Your level of responsibility goes up, 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 up. And I do believe that one of the reasons that many people are not with that is that level of responsibility is too great for their perspective to contain where they are, with little regard that as you push forward with that dream, you will become a different person. You will build yourself. You will develop skill sets. You may not have everything that you need for whatever it is you want to do, but you can pick it up on the journey. I mean, like right now, I'm playing around with this new software, which I don't know if I'm going to buy because I just discovered one of my USB ports is dead because the camera was all fuzzy. And I was like, wait a minute, did I wear that out? And this is part of the journey because I've got this camera and you can't see this one because it's not on. Well, maybe because that was something I was going to try to do. And let's see if that works. Hold on a second. Oh, snappity snap, snap. It did. Okay. So you don't see my face, but essentially I'm running this station. Now understand, I don't know what the hell that I'm doing. I am totally like, okay, because I didn't even know that was going to work. And matter of fact, since we've got that angle, I'm going to play around some more. This is the Hustler Mindset Station, baby. This is what we do. Let's see. Oh, I think that's better Kung Fu. That's better. There it is, 2001. Much better Kung Fu. Much better Kung Fu. I'm about to have some fun with this because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm none. But let's see if that worked. And that did not work because now I'm all paused up. Maybe I was going too fast. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. We will find out. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back into that worked. Now I'm doing this for a reason. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm figuring shit on the fly. Okay. And that's to let you know that it's okay to fuck up because there's another part of your dreams. You've got the container that contains a deadline. You have texture. You go out and you tell people. Now, understand in the beginning, you will not tell people about your dream because they may strangle it before it becomes real. With those, I don't know, you gonna do that? Those two little, you gonna do that are enough to shake people out of their dream. Just shake them out. But I purposely fuck up and do stuff to let you know it's okay. As long as you don't kill anybody, as long as you don't commit some heinous crime against humanity, fucking up is just going to give you more skill sets and it's going to help you enhance your dreams. Because as you go along this path of life, you'll realize something that many things you thought mattered didn't. that just simply don't matter. Just not relevant. It's bullshit. I've had my near-death experience. No, I did not see the light nor any angels, but I did see my life flowing away as I laid on that floor, bleeding the fuck out from 4 bleeding ulcers. I had to get 2+ units of blood. If it wasn't for that booty call, I wouldn't be here. Booty call saved my life. I know the stories and the stories, but when you have these dreams, when you are working on this stuff and you're building this stuff and you're creating your life, you have to have courage, because there's responsibility, there's the container, there's the respect of the dream, there's the hustle of the dream, and realizing you can't live the dream and earn the dream at the same time. There's a certain protocol and procession that must happen that many people just don't want to fuck with. Nah, man, I'm like, Sweet Brown, I ain't got time for that. I need my success now. If my success isn't now, this is some scam. And something else about chasing dreams. This was 2001. I'm holding this up for a reason. The first version of this was printed up in 2009. It was an 8-year gap. Many people will give up at the slightest hiccup, which is what I'm saying. It's not a fucking dream. It's not a dream. It's some bullshit that you are telling yourself to make yourself feel better about living your life. And this is something else. And I'm not trying to offend any Christians, but I get sick and tired of when grown ass people say, well, the Lord didn't want me to have that. Maybe it's because your credit is bad. Maybe it's because you're lazy. Maybe it's because you don't give a damn. Maybe it's because you are bullshitting yourself in the world. And God is saying, I gave you intellect. I gave you health. I gave you good parents. I gave you a good part of the world to grow up. I mean, some kids are born in war zones. They're coming out the womb ducking bullets. That's real. Your cable go out and you throw a pity patty party because you're that fucking weak. And dreams are for the strong. Dreams are for the strong-minded, determined, and those who just say fuck it. Because now that we're getting to a certain point, and I see my whole dream enhanced, because the first dream, and see, that's another thing. You have dreams, not a dream, dreams. Let's just write a book, give recognition. Bam, done. Okay, what am I going to do next? What is it I really want to do? And you have to constantly ask yourself, because dreams require goals. They require goals. You just, this whole, like in the writing community, this whole thing about pantsing, just sitting down, writing a book, just going down all these rabbit holes. I will never, ever, ever write another book without a guideline and an outline. I got a book that I got into it, and it went this way and this way and this way. And I got so confused, I got lost, and I was writing the bitch. I was like, never again am I doing this. It was going here, it was going here. But once again, that's part of the dream. I had to go through all of that stuff to get there. Now, how do you pursue your dream? Number one, be realistic. If you don't make $100,000 now and you're making $25K a year, maybe you should aim for 50 before you aim for that million. Just a thought, because what I see is I'm going to be a millionaire, and I hate that. If you go Google me, Glendon Cameron's net worth, that shit cracks me the fuck up. Knowing how much money I have made or will make, how does that fucking help you? It doesn't. My path is different than your path. You might follow your dreams, and the money that you make would make my shit look like chump change. But if you're trying to do me because you're too scared to do your own thing, like the guy in the Italian Job, he was so bland that he stole everybody's wish list. He's like, yeah, I'll get the car like this guy, because he had no fucking dreams, no imagination. We all have imagination. Many of you just allow life to beat that shit out of you. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. And when life raises that pimp hand, and it is not even coming down, but you flinch. And it's not even coming your way. You've become conditioned to tap out. You've been conditioned to become a little scared little bitch. It's like, Well, this happened. Well, we'll try again. And then late at night, when you're in bed or early in the morning, and you start to realize how much of a disservice you did to yourself because you let people talk you out of your dream. But getting to the how to, and I'm going to give you a streamlined list. Number one, you must define your dream. It must be definite. It must have texture. It has height, weight. It must be defined. Number two, there must be a high level of action, and the action will come long before the results. You'll be working, and your results will be like that, but your work will be like that, and it'll be like that. It'll be all out the frame. That's how hard you're working, and you'll be like working that hard, just get like that little bit of results. Then one day, you're just gonna like put in that much work, and your results are just gonna be all over the place. Like, damn, if you stay with it. And staying with it might be a month, might be 10 years, might be 20. And that's the reality of this thing because of your dream. And I don't dream anyone else's dream. I've just sat down and said, what's good for me? Number one thing for me, freedom. Freedom. I will take more freedom and less money every day of the week, Alex. Every day, because I don't always agree with Kanye, but he says something, the only luxury is time. That's it. You can have all the money in the world and be sick. You can have all the money in the world and the people you care the most about are gone. That money is not going to make them come back. Certain cases, certain disease, money's not going to save your ass. But time, and when you go through these hard times and when you look up and you realize that you have to change some things, because I've been working like a maniac for the last 4 months, really. You know, I've pushed past my 4-hour workday, my cushy, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, my cushy fucking 4-hour workday. And that was by design. That was like, okay, what can I do where I can only have to work 4 or 5 hours? And I'll tell you, today I took a nap. I was napping like a kid because I got on this path to make my dream happen where I was doing, I forget the technical name, but I would work really hard, then sleep, then I would work really hard. And I got on the schedule where I'm like, my ass is popping up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I got to retrain my body to go back to sleep the regular way. But that's how much I was working, that it was just work a little bit, sleep, work a little bit, sleep, because I was able to get more done. But that's part of the dream. That's part of the dream. That's part of the work. That's part of the effort. That's part of all this other stuff. But if you want to have that dream, you can have it. If you are willing to let who you are today go so you can become who you want to be tomorrow. As long as you want to stay who you are right now, living like you're living, thinking like you're thinking, doing what you're doing, just take that dream, fold it up, tuck it in the drawer, and forget about it, because it's not going to happen. Not as long as you stay you. You will have to die. The you that you are today will have to die, and then you'll have to be reborn better, different, faster, stronger, like the bionic dream man. Because because I meet up with people who knew me years ago, and it's like, God, you're not the same. I hope not. I hope not. That's scary. For me to be 10, 15, 20 years in the future, and I'm still where I was back then, thinking like I was thinking, doing what I was doing. Ooh, that's some scary shit. Scary. But, and as we go along with the courses and I put out more content, more information, we're going to delve into these philosophical topics. We're going to deal into the long-term game, because I know a lot of you are just like, what the fuck is he going to do next? How many more emails is he going to send me? I can't take this shit anymore. I'd rather test on a small sample and piss them off than to walk on the stage and pee on everybody and they go, we don't like that. You got the wrong crowd. Maybe if you go down the street to that bar with the red lights, they might like that, but that's not our thing. That's not it. And dream takes courage. Having a dream takes courage. But if you want to make your dreams come true, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to have goals. You have to have structure. You have to have a process. I know it's romantic. I know it's special to think that you'll just wake up one day and then the stars will align and then everything else will come into play. Then all of a sudden, that thing that you want, that dream, it happened. It's there, it's done. You're making all this stuff go down. You're living that life, and then it's done. But it's not going to happen like that. You're going to work your ass off. And then one day you're going to look up and realize, oh shit, it's done. So I suggest that you enjoy the journey. You pick a path that you can smell the roses, eat cotton candy, have fun, tickle some babies, pet a few puppies, because the dream is the journey, not the result, not the destination. Just hustler philosophy, a little bit of hustler philosophy, because I haven't been doing it in a while because so many things have been going on. So with that, if you like the content of this talk, we'll just call it a talk, then go below the video, take advantage of the special, and prepare to experience a high level of thought and things that are going down in the future that will just literally kind of leave your mouth open. Because we're going to have fun in Hustler Kung Fu. We're going to, yes, hustlerskungfu.com. I love saying that. It rolls off the tongue nicely. So with that, I'll see you in the next session.